What is it all about? Energy. You have the capacity for an unlimited amount of energy available anytime you need it to do anything you want. How cool is that? How many of you have ever been sick in your life and laid in bed and didn't want to go anywhere? Don't bother me till I'll tell you when I need something to eat. If you are a cell, what if your cell was just that sick too? What if the environment in the cell is not at its ideal pH? Would it want more work to do? Isn't glucose going to help make energy to do work? Do you want to do a lot of work if you're running a fever and laying in bed flat on your back? There is a high incidence of a very chronic illness that we are now seeing in younger and younger and younger people that involves blood sugar. What is it? Diabetes. Type 2. Insulin resistant. Good for you. Some people call it pre-diabetes, and some people call it Syndrome X. Because what's happening? We're going to McDonald's, we're supersizing. The stores are full of things that all have certain ingredients in it that also interfere with, where we talked about endocrine disruptions. Okay, the disruptors, they're all out here too, gumming up the works. They might actually be in that gap where oxygen is trying to get in, can't get in. It's like walking through a minefield, try to get in the cell. So if the environment in here is not optimal, it will not allow, it will fight glucose coming in. If it's fighting glucose, then it's also fighting, it's insulin resistant. Don't give me any more work to do. I'm too sick now. I got all I can handle just to lie in bed here. How many of you have ever felt that way? How many of you would like to eliminate that possibility entirely? Best we can. Does that sound good? The key is to enable your internal environment, just like this internal environment, to run at that optimal pH. How many of you would agree with me it would be better to live with less stress? More ease, less stress. True or true? Well, doesn't that follow in here too? How about we add some oxygen in here, get some of this gunk out of the way, bring the oxygen in so this can breathe and the heart can beat. Well, the one thing that we can do to attract maximum oxygen into this cell. Alkalize, because of what? What's the measurement? Because of pH. You want a simple measure of pH? When you go to bed tonight, make a fist and ball it up hard. Do that right now. Real hard so you got like white knuckles. Just hold it and hold it and hold it. If it just pops wide open, feels fine, terrific. But try that tonight and then do it first thing in the morning and watch the difference. The other one is the stiff test. Notice, before you go to bed, just bend around a little bit. Just check your ranges of motion. And then notice how you feel first thing in the morning. Roll out of bed, get up and do that again. Is it easier? Is it harder? And that'll give you a good idea of what's happening in this environment. How many of you drive a car? Do you know what it takes for the gasoline to actually work? Oxygen. Oxygen and gas have to be mixed. And they have to be mixed at the proper ratios. A 7.4 pH is the proper ratio for oxygen to work maximally. Think of blood as the gasoline. It can't do that much unless it's got enough oxygen to do it with. How do you get more oxygen in? Now, right now, how do you get more oxygen in? Breathe deeply. If the lungs are here, how does this get to breathe more deeply? What determines how much oxygen it gets?
We need the right pH
That is
to
correct.
maximize the oxygen it can carry.
That's right.
We need the 7.4.
That's right. Say this with me. Maximum oxygen is carried at into my cell so I can breathe more. You can do enough wrong in order to make this environment impossible to sustain. And it will sacrifice your own health to do it. There are people right now in some hospital in Texas, or all of them, in one particular floor that will smell like ammonia, who are still trying to do whose bodies, whose little cells are still trying to do one thing, and what is it? Survive at the expense of health. This right now is what's happening on your insides right now, and it happens 24 hours a day. The body does not know how to be sick. Write that down somewhere. My body does not know how to be sick. My body does not know how to be healthy. My body knows how to survive. Everybody. My body knows how to, and that's all. And it will do everything it can for that purpose alone. All of these systems are built for that purpose alone. It's all survival. Inside every one of my cells is a microenvironment of me. Every cell has the hologram of my entire body. That's all about energy. It's like a template. It's an unseen template. What is it all about? Energy.